arts and management.
Are arts incompatible with management on the whole? Or does management contain artistic elements and vice versa? What are the similarities and differences between management behavior and patterns on the one hand and artistic behavior and patterns on the other? In this section, we would like to delve into these issues and determine the basic values and patterns of the two areas of arts and management. Arts. The arena of arts is the arena of human creative will. The will to create is present in every human being and, individually different in extent and effect, is practiced at work and in everyday life. Businessmen and businesswomen, politicians, educators, philosophers and even gardeners pursue their need for creation. 2002, p. 31. The phenomenon of playing children is not just an arbitrary action, but rather a form of creative activity. Art as a play developed to its highest level activates and expands the will to create. This concept of art is based on the perception of aesthetics of a humanistic idea of man in the Age of Enlightenment. The human being only plays where he is human in the full sense of the word, and he is only a human being where he plays. This sentence, which seems to be paradox at first glance, will, I promise you, carry the structure of aesthetic art and the much more difficult art of life. Schiller, 1795, as cited in 2002, p. 31, translated from German by the author. Furthermore, new studies in the field of the arts point out especially its irritating, disturbing and challenging effect. Therefore, rather than mollifying and comforting us, the artistic agenda exposes us to issues that disturb and challenge. We argue that without this shock, the kinds of changes in consciousness and the social action necessary for creating a sustainable future will not occur. Bathurst and Edwards 2009, p. 119. This article also contains an interesting citation from a commentary in the New York Times in which she deals with the question of why works of art are often vandalized. In this regard, Roberta Smith argues that one widespread attitude is as follows: simple refusal to entertain paradox, to see art as a coalescence of gray areas, ambiguities and multiple interpretations. Art's job is to provoke thought in ways that are difficult to resolve and uncomfortable. It's a relatively neutral place to experience the unresolvable issues that dominate real life, to practice a kind of abstract flexibility that might move us toward resolution in real life. Smith, 2004, as cited in Bathurst and Edwards 2009, p. 120. Art has the power to question seeming unambiguousness and to expose ambiguity, gray areas, polysemy and different interpretations. Art is based on and fed by these ambiguities, by difficult and apparently insoluble questions, and is also able to unearth them. It is provocative and not always comfortable, though, to be confronted with these ambiguities and questions. But art allows us to handle these questions in a mature manner in our everyday life. Concerning this matter, Lot Darso, 2004, states, "For the arts and artists, ambiguity opens up for immense possibilities, different perspectives and new approaches. This concerns the artistic process as well as the finished artwork. One of the discerning features of art is indeed that it can inspire multiple interpretations. Ambiguity is an invitation to the freedom of changing perceptions and forms." p. 40. Moreover, Darso, 2004, believes that ambiguity, as a key dimension in artistic processes and outputs of artistic creation, plays a decisive role in and is related to the condition of life in modern societies. Life in these societies is affected by ambiguities. This can cause confusion, but ambiguity as a value opens up new degrees of freedom, as well. It is also important that the arts extend past the border of pure intellectual dedication, enabling us to feel at a deeper level the issues that a work might provoke. Dean, Ottensmeyer, and Ramirez, 1997, p. 422, which demands an emotional answer and in turn makes this answer possible. Bathurst and Edwards, 2009, p. 119, also point out an emotional root of the effect of arts and describe this heightened emotional response as a basis for enabling transformation processes on the organizational and societal level, provides them motivation for radical change. So, at first glance we can summarize the area of arts is based on the elements of creative will, inspiration and irritation, as well as gray areas, ambiguity and emotions. And what about management? Does management action contain artistic elements? If it does, what are these elements? Where are their borders? And management. Henry Mintzberg, 2004, 2009, alludes to the fact that management is not what it is often considered, namely an aggregation of special business functions, such as marketing, finance, and so forth. In contrast to this view, he conceives management, and he does not make any difference between leadership and management, because in his perspective one requires the other, as a trio of capabilities: 1. Practically acquired technical skills, 2. A dash of artistic capability and 3. A solid analytic body.